Good morning, this is Pixie, doing another video, and feeling great. I started to, so I've done my Lazarus. For the last 3 days, I've been using the same bath water. Yuck. But what I've done is I basically put a lot of stuff in the bath, so it's got like Epsom salts and Himalayan and some sort of copper, colloidal copper I made. Just a bit of gold I chucked in there. And I mean, there's been no problems at all. And also a bit of bicarbonate. The water's fine. I just get in there every morning or wash my face in it and whatever else. And it's just that cold water effect. And it's, you know, even at room temperature, it's not really going to warm up. It's still cold when you get into it. It still shocks the body. The way to cold adapt your body initially is a bit like when you're at the seaside. You probably put your feet in and say, "Oh, it's really cold, it's really cold." But then after a while, you become adapted, and it gets to the point where you're not shivering. That's the key, because the body generates enough thermal energy, I guess, through its brown fats. See, my skin looks good. My hair, like I say, I haven't washed. Well, I've washed it, but I haven't washed it with any shampoo. So it's just have to wash it daily though, with water, and try to dry it out. It's slightly oily. It seems to retain some of the water, so it takes longer to dry. And it's kind of, remember when someone said if you dry in a black person's hair, this is what a black woman said, that they comb it and then they dry down the middle of it. If you just try to dry it, because it's kind of frizzy, it retains a lot of water as well. It's designed to do that, I think. So there's less moisture loss from the body. Because the purpose of sweat is a coolant. It's not to sort of dry it off from your head, so it's not really the aim. And Western oily hair is good. It's more of a wetter environment, really, or European, that kind of environment. If you've got oily skin, oily hair, it's really because you're in a wetter environment. Or to keep the moisture in, because of the heat you might be exposed to different things. So there's other ways to get adapted to the temperature. So as I mentioned, you put your feet in, but you can also basically in a cold like bath situation, you put your feet into something cold, it cools your blood, so you could get the same benefits of having a cold bath, well, of a cold shower maybe, from putting your feet into an ice bucket, or putting into something really cold, just cold water, and leave it in there for a long period of time. Because what happens is it's cool your blood. As your blood goes through it, it gets cooled down, and so your body has to keep reheating. So you might not necessarily have to go full cold bath. It could be that your actual rooms are not colder as well. So for me, last night I slept naked on top of my sheets. It was cold. I'd already washed my face and dipped my hair in my cold bath. I was tempted to get actually in it and just laid all these towels on the bed, but I felt my body was kind of warming up anyway. It was just the cold. It felt cool anyway, so I just laid on top of it. And that's the great thing. If you lay on your back, then you're exposing your stomach to the coldness and all the cool air, and your body will heat up to sort of match that. I mean, I didn't have any ill effects from it. Some of my joints are a bit stiffer anyway at the moment. And then if you find yourself waking up early, then you can always just wrap yourself up in some covers to warm yourself up a bit because you might want to warm your muscles a little bit and get them ready for when you get up. I find myself waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting up, checking the time, doing a few things, going back to bed or whatever. And I started doing this cold stuff. People said you look slimmer on the stomach and so on. So it's more of the sculpting the body a bit as well. It seems to be working. I still need to maintain the fasting as a part of a regime of work, and then just keep it up really. Keep cracking down on it. So, and yeah, with the water, I see how it goes. It might have that for in there for 7 days, and it's cold enough to get the effect of a cold bath without having to. I mean, I could fill it up with cold water itself and be a lot more colder. So we have to see really. And kind of changing the landscape of eating. I just sort of eat wherever I like really. I'm still sticking to an OMAD, but I'm not being too strict on the window because I'm losing calories, or I've gone down so much and the body's shape's changing. I've implemented some of this cold water stuff. I make sure I do at least 20 press-ups a day. And I do these bathroom ones. I try to push it beyond that, but I can feel that the failure would start to occur in the back and so on. I think, well, I don't really want to put the stress out the back because I don't want to injure it. At the moment it feels a bit tender. You do some other things, flex it and so on. Do like burpees against the bath almost. Or you can do them on the ground. They're not like that really that hard, them kind of things, but yeah. Kind of like do a yoga move and dip the back and then raise it. Just unlocks any tension because you can get a lot of tension in your lower back. Yeah, and for my clients, and also I don't want to get be careful I over strengthen certain points of my neck, so make sure my press ups are okay. Otherwise, the reverse is that you're trying to avoid you're trying to avoid damaging a weak area back, and instead you end up overdeveloping a strong area of the body that has other issues like stiffness. So anyway, this is Pigsy signing off, and speak to you soon.